most precious energy data. And here is what immobilized him. Ha 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 ha! What a pity, Cosmos. Reconnect one little wire.
Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the XTransbots Klaatu. This is the 85 MMIX Plus. So the first one I had is not a Plus. So it was before they started with the super premium high gloss paint, and I was pretty happy with that. But I was curious to see if this one is any different than the Plus. And we're going to take a look at this. Yes, I do have two of the Klaatu to show you today. But let's get into taking a look at this guy. I did get this at Show Z store. It is in stock, available to order. This is what everybody has said is the best version of Cosmos on the market. And people have been wanting this. But now we've got the reissue. I am going to show you the differences between the first one and the second one. Well, actually, I got the second or third run. So this one is now the third or fourth run, something along those lines. But let's get into take a look at this. I have a link down below. Remember, TH Reviewer Code help you out and get these while they got them. Let's get into take a look at this guy coming up. First off, taking a look at the box, and it's very similar to the other box, but it's not the same. It's different. It's got a plus on here, plus skis. And looking at the side, looking at the back, he's got that, you gotta decipher that, you gotta get that red strip there, but it's kind of showing what's coming up, what's coming. But let's bring in the old box. Now the old box is smaller, it's like shorter and fatter than this one, slightly different coloration to it, and you have that on that side. The back looks the same, the side looks the same, this looks the same. Notice, plus on the new one, no plus on the old one, and different cars. Yeah, different cars. So, not the same box. All right, so here is the Spaceship mode, and it's packed in this mode. This thing is super ultra bright, shiny, brilliant shine, super high gleam, even more than the first one. So, I am glad I picked them up. I like that shininess to it. I'm going to be sad if I scratch it at all during this, but we'll have a little bit of fun with this thing. It looks good. The paint is really nice, and it'll be fun to see it in bot mode side by side with the first one to see if there's any other differences I can find. But yeah, looks good. Spaceship mode. I think what I'll do is I'll decide which one I like the most, keep that one in bot mode, and then put the other one back in to Spaceship mode, and it's a nice looking spaceship. So, paint all over the place. The white stripes in the front are supposed to be for the spaceship mode, and then I guess you get rid of those when you go to your bot mode. I'm going to be using that as a reminder of which one was my old one, by the way, so I can remember which is which, but I think the shininess is going to be a good enough reminder. Let's get a look at these accessories. They're kind of cool. Accessory number 1, 2, 3, and 4 is this base. It's the bottom base for the stand. This is also another way we can use that for the stand. It clips at the bottom of here, and it does have some cool, interesting designs to it, like crop stars or crop patterns. Anyway, as you can see, you can put a figure or something in the center section, so you have a bottom section. He can clip to just the bottom section. He can clip to this section. This is the least stable of all of these. I can't get it to really clip in. It's just sitting there. It still holds okay. I would be afraid on like too high of a shelf it would fall off or something, but still looks pretty good overall. Nice looking display. Good idea. It's kind of cool. They're sucking up Huffer. Like, come on, Huffer, I want to take you to safety. You can put anything you want in there, whatever, but that's kind of cool. Okay, so it does clip into this hole down here, but it doesn't really clip in very well. This clips in very well. Very well. And then you can try to do things with one hand. Well, here it goes. Come on, slide in. And he can do that. So, do this floating around, and you probably want to twist it. Yep. There you go. And that's a good stand. So, good stand options, ideas that works. It gets the job done. And yeah, for the alt mode, another alt mode thing is this creature that attaches to him in space and doesn't have to breathe. It doesn't need oxygen somehow. It's a oxygen esque less creature, I guess. There you go. I don't remember the episode, actually. I really do not remember the episode where this thing clips to him, so I'll have to go back and try to find that, I guess. But probably won't find it in time for this video, but still interesting stuff that they included. This was included in the last one, too. All this stuff was included in the last one, but there you go. How does he scale with all the rest of my alt mode vehicles on my shelf, in my display? How does it look? It looks, step it back, and one. There we go. It looks okay. I mean, generally, the space shift of this model should be about 11 times the size. I don't know. I don't study UFOs, spaceships, and until, they come to our planet again. All right, how are we going to transform this guy? We're going to pull the arms out. All right, so that's one thing. We can pull the arms out, and then we need to open up these parts. Okay, pull this down, open these, and then we're going to do the legs first. Is that what y'all want to do? You want to do the legs first? All right, so we have to disconnect this from the back part here, so we can get all the stuff for the legs out, and nice ratchets. Fold the knee down, fold the waist flap down, knee down, waist flap down. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of stuff going on over here. Try to get the arms out, keep the arms out of the way as we do these feet. Fold the feet out, and this is going to come back, fold down, go around. Okay, goes around a little bit, then you fold it in, then it goes like this. It's been a while since I've transformed this guy. Then you slide this up. That slider is super loose compared to what I remember with the other one. And then this comes up and clips into place, and you got the foot done. We do the same thing on the other side, and everything feels pretty good on this, except, yeah, this one flap that flips around is a little bit, okay, you have to flip it over a little bit, then close it off. Then you can finish the job on it. I got to be real careful not to scratch anything. There we go. Then fold this up, slide it over, and then this is going to tab into place right here. And we got the legs pretty much done. Come on, tab in. Why are you not tabbing in? Let's get it just right. Okay. Then we can readjust all this, make sure we got the knee in place and all that. We've got his legs done. Legs are done. Now we need to come around here and just do the arm sections. Let's open this out without scratching it. That comes out, folds in, and then this here, this is all going to be on a nice little slider. So we have to get this in position to slide the whole mechanism up. I remember having an issue with this on the first one, and I think what I did was I got my thumb up underneath here and tried to get it as close to that pin, and then just pushed up like that. So you get your thumb on the pin. So don't try to like pull at the very edge of this. Pull as close in the side there. Let's do it on the other side before we close everything up, so I can show that again. Get this up here, and you want to get your thumb right up on the pin, and then that gives it all the force on the slider. Then you're going to fold this up, and then this is going to come around and go into the cavity. Come on. Go in there. Don't scratch anything. Come on, I don't want anything scratched. This has some room for you to kind of open and close to get it into the cavity without scratching anything. And so we have that filled in. Now all we really got is the head and the arms to deal with. Arms are pretty easy. Before we do that, I just want to kind of get this out of the way. So we need to fold this like that, get the backpack done. Now we are going to open this up, fold out this, slide around the hand, and close that back up. Can I do that? Can I do that on camera? All right, this one will be on camera. It's right in front of the camera. Okay. Open that up, flip this around, and close it. It's real simple, easy stuff. And then they should sort of like accordion into place here, like so. Then we have to open this up without, it's another thing you got to open without scratching it. Let me open this gently off camera. I opened this off camera. I did use a box cutter. Really, I didn't scratch any paint somehow. Then there's a button, and you should be able to push it with your finger. You should be. Everyone else that I know of uses like some sort of a tool to get in there, but I would think you can push it. The included screwdriver. Okay, that's what everyone else uses, but put that up, and then he's got these panels here. Anyway, I'll leave those a little open so when we get to it we can look at that. But that's pretty much about it on the transformation. Let's get this guy and do some comparisons. I do want to point out on this that you can push this in. Like, I didn't really show to push that in tight. That's how it's supposed to be. And but the way I did it with my other one and this one here is I don't push that in all the way so that I can have a little bit more range with it. But if you push it in, it will protect that joint a little bit better. But you do it either way. You can get a little bit more range out of it. But remember that this piece here is a very thin piece, and I'm always kind of scared of it when I pose it, but you can get a little bit more posability out of it if you don't push it in like that. But that's an option, of course, and options are great. Going to articulation, I didn't show the elbow transformation, I guess. That's head side to side, up and down, and then you have the shoulders, which are kind of weird. Well, he's a weird looking dude, but flips completely, well, I guess it hangs up like that. You can go out to the 90, you have some strange range. This, I've always felt a little weary about that. And then if you want to like get inside, you have to kind of move the bicep swivel. Anyway, bicep swivel right here, double jointed elbow, which is great. And speaking of elbow, you gotta like fold this piece for the elbow for the transformation. I did not do that, so I'm doing it right now during the articulation. Whoop-de-doo. I don't think it makes a big difference on anything, but it's the thing. Anyway, hands, you have the 3 fingers, and very well painted, and I don't think they painted the last one. This is a superior version, by the way. So does kind of suck though if you like bought the last one. You're like, oh, that's got like a couple little things I like better on this one. Waist swivel, I don't think it has an ab crunch, but I mean, you can still bend them over like that. So you can do something like an ab crunch with the ratcheted hips, and then he's got his thigh. What do you call these? Hip flaps. I mean, gosh, I'm so used to not having hip flaps in this modern age. Now it's frictioned out to here, and then it's got this going on right there, ratcheted up to there, and then you can go back here to the backpack. So it does all that good stuff, and then knee is, well, even if it was double jointed, the kibble would get in the way. I mean, there is some kibble on this guy. It is what it is. And then the foot ankle rocker, ratcheted ankle rocker. Yeah. So pretty much the same articulation we had before, but a pretty good solid figure. Look how he stands, and I don't even have him standing. I don't have him straight, and he's still able to support himself because of his strange size, I guess you can say. His dimensions, the way he's built. Anyway, he matches the animation, the cartoon, but of course he's super duper ultra shiny. I love that. All right, so we're going to compare these guys. Now, I did leave on the older one, I did leave one stripe on there, and I guess I could get rid of the stripe now for this one. I will be keeping this new one in the alt mode and putting the old one in, wait, the new one's going to be bot mode, the old one's going to be in the spaceship mode and all that kind of stuff. So, one thing I'm noticing though, these side pieces that flap in, they don't tab in as well as the older one did, and I'm not sure why. I wonder if they changed something on it because they're painting it more heavily. I'm not sure, but let's see if the camera can pick this up. The gloss on the one on the right, the new one's the one on the right, is much deeper, much better. It's a much nicer looking paint job than the first one. Okay, when I say much, I say maybe 15%, 10% better. And then you can look and you can see that there's a darker top of the head. And I think the top of the head is, yeah, it's a darker. The face looks painted versus unpainted. And as you can see, I have, here's the thing. They painted the lower legs on this, on the old one, and this is bare plastic. All this is painted. This is still bare plastic, I think. Let me feel it. Yeah, I think that's bare plastic, but this is definitely all painted. All this through here. So, I hope the camera's picking up, because yellow is tough. This almost looks orange. The color is different here. Same color there. And then you can see the hands are painted on the new one, and the hands are not painted on the last metallic release. So, where's the plus? They had done more with this for the same price. Let's see, the more metallic blue there. This is a little bit brighter blue. Actually, people might actually like this brighter blue. It does kind of feel more cartoony than the darker blue. So, I mean, that's one difference. That might not be a plus. These rings on the, I'm not sure what you call them, they look a little darker to blend in a little bit more over here. These are a little bit lighter. So there's some differences between them. Anyway, if you have the first one, it's still a great figure. Well, it's not the first one. It's like the second or third one. But the first metallic one, then this one, the plus metallic, is just a little bit deeper of a metallic than that one. But anyhow, will work great in the alt mode. Will be a whole lot of fun in the alt mode. And this one here for, of course, the bot mode. All right, so I have a couple of options here for you to look at. I'm also going to show you the Takara one, but this is Toy Worlds, which it's still not bad. I thought it was pretty good. It's a pretty decent attempt at a Cosmos, and if you don't have a Cosmos and you pick one up for like 30 or 50 or whatever, it's not bad. 80, I think, is the price for the best one on the market. And MMC is still not bad. I'm not 100% sure I got it transformed right. I transformed it, what, 6 years ago or something? 7 years ago? I don't remember. And so, with all of that, that's how they look. Now, if you see a Toy World pop up for sale on eBay today, that's not me. I promise, it's not me selling Toy World. Now, do y'all want to see Takara? What Takara does? This is Takara's Cosmos, which actually is a good Cosmos. I mean, looks pretty good. And it's $20 or... Oh, I think this is going for 80 on eBay, the same price as this guy. Am I right? Am I wrong? All right, I give up. But anyway, yeah, that's what all of these options look like if you are interested in maybe getting a cheaper version. I guess I forgot to go over these accessories, which I just don't really care. I give you a screwdriver, you get a spray can of poison or something, and you get some my piping eye swap out that I am not interested in. But it's a thing, in case. I'm not going to use any of that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this quick look at the new XTransbots Cosmos reissue that's available at ShowZ right now. ShowZ store, TH reviewer code, $80, and when he sells out, he goes to like 300. That's just kind of what history has shown. And this one is new and improved, and the paint matches up, the legs, it is better. The last one was still good. It was still decent. It was still not a bad figure at all, and will be great in my alt mode on my shelf. But this one is better, and I like it. I'm glad that I've got it. A couple of things that, for whatever on this run, this side piece doesn't tab in as well as I would like, and nothing's perfect, but that's not the end of the world. And once you get it in place, it stays in place. But moving around a lot, the side tab pops out. That's the only real problem I had with this one, and I think it looks great. I'm curious what you think about this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and Titanium Hanger out.
Yow! Cosmos to Autobot base! Come in, Optimus Prime! I got energy data on my tapes and Astro Train on my tail! Ionic blast!
Cosmos, come in! Prop up that hunk of junk there!
Why do we do all the work? Because Astro Train will vaporize us if we don't.
What is the God Astro Train doing?
Silence, fool!
She has led the Autobots here, but they will not find her alive. Hear of it!
But... Decepticons!